Hey guys, and welcome back. In today's video, we're going to talk about two issues that I think tons and tons of golfers have. One of them is not getting enough forward shaft lean. We have to really de-loft this club to compress the golf ball. On average, PGA Tour players are going to be de-lofting about 30% of the loft on the club. So with a pitching wedge, 45 degrees of loft, they're going to be de-lofting that club down or getting about 15 degrees of forward shaft lean as they're making contact. As you're getting the longer clubs, a little bit less forward shaft lean, but most of the time I see people really struggling flipping the club, casting, and not having enough forward shaft lean to compress that golf ball. That's one of the issues that we're going to talk about today. Another one is standing up out of your posture. So as we make the downswing, we have a tendency to kind of stand up like this, and that also kind of relates into the flipping. So side bend, really key in both of these moves, and I'm going to break it down for you piece by piece, give you some great drills to work on. First, let's start out with talking about forward shaft lean. Now, in order to get forward shaft lean, a couple things have to happen. Number one, I need to make sure that my body is working close enough to the ground where I can have some lag and to release that lag out in front in contact. So in the Top Speed Golf system, we talk about how we want to have what's called a straight line release. And what this means is, as I make my downswing, I'm getting some lag here. My legs are bent, so if you're looking at my torso, my legs are bent at this point in relationship to my upper body. My chest is feeling like it's working down to the ground. And now I have a good angle between my wrist and the club, and my hands are kind of working down at this point. Now from here, I actually want to be working back up. So my left leg is straightening up, my hips are rotating open, my left shoulder is working up, and that gets me in a position where the butt end of this club actually works up as my club releases down and through. That allows me to release that club out in front. I'm releasing to that 45-degree angle. So the straight line release is when I'm about 45 degrees past impact with the club shaft. That's the first time it's going to split my forearms, and that's when the club shaft is going to be releasing all those angles between my forearms and my angle in the wrist, and then my chest and everything is going to be out there too. So that's really good. I think we can see all the top players, all tour players are really doing a good job of doing that. Well, when that left shoulder works up, so again, I'm having some lag, my left shoulder works up as I start to release that lag. What's going to happen is my right shoulder should work down, and I'm going to have to get some side bend to do this. So if you stand up, straight up and down, I want you to go ahead and bend your right shoulder toward the side of your body. That's what's kind of happening as you're coming through contact. This shoulder is working up, and this shoulder is working down. That happens in this portion of the swing. And as I rotate, as I'm doing this, you'll see that now I'm tilted sideways. I'm allowed to stay in my posture. So let's take a look at that from this angle. You'll see that as I'm working into that straight line release, here my shoulder is working down toward the side of my body, and my left shoulder is working up kind of away from my body. So from here now you can see that my shoulders are tilted. This shoulder is feeling like it's pretty close to my side, even though I'm opening up toward the target. So that brings me to the second piece, is I got to stay in my posture. And a lot of times when we're struggling to be in our posture, we're feeling like we stand up taller, work away from the ball, our right shoulder gets kind of far away from the ball, and now we're flipping at the golf ball. I want you guys to go ahead and practice halfway down, and then as I come through the shot, I'm going to feel like I'm doing this. There I'm bending sideways, and then I'm rotating through the shot. So I'll feel like my left hip is working back out away from the ball, and I'll feel like my right shoulder is kind of working down so that my shoulders stay in posture. Let me give you a couple good drills, some repetitions to practice as you're doing this. So let's start out by putting the club across our shoulders here. I'm going to start out nice and tall over top of the golf ball. We're not going to worry about swinging the club at this point. I'm going to get a good full turn going back, and then here I'm going to feel like my legs bend. I'm really working down in the ground. This would be when I'm having a lot of lag. I'm exaggerating here a little bit, but we're going to feel this definitely in the swing. And then as you come through, feel like this left hip turns back out of the way, and my shoulders stay. I get some of that side bend on my right side so that my shoulders stay in their posture, and this club is angled down toward the ground. That's going to be when we're in our straight line release position. Once we've done a few of those, get the overall feel with the body, let's add the club to that. So now we're going to go to the top of the swing. We're going to get some good lag, and then as I pause in my straight line release, My hip is turned out of the way, my shoulders are still tilted. This is kind of bent sideways to keep in my posture. I'm gonna do about 50 to 100 repetitions, first without a club, then with a club to fill those. And then I'm gonna do 50 to 100 repetitions, full practice swing. You don't have to swing very hard. It's just to get comfortable with that motion. And then once you've done that, you're gonna feel pretty comfortable with it. If we're looking at this from face on, we're gonna see these same motions, but different checkpoints. So here, I'm getting some lag, legs are bent, chest is working down to the ground. And then as I drive up, my legs, my shoulders turning up. And as I get in that straight line release, it's gonna look like this. And naturally, that forward shaft lean, that compression of the golf ball, is just gonna happen just because the ball's getting in the way of my release point. So let's try that out. You're gonna see some nice side bend on this one. I'll stay in my posture. Let's go ahead and see if we can hit a pretty good shot. There we go, dead straight, right inside the trees, right where I was aiming. Good luck to you guys. Get that side bend down. You're gonna compress the ball better. You're gonna stay in your posture and you're gonna have a lot more fun playing golf. Hey guys, hope you enjoyed the video. I got a great bonus for you. We all want lag, and I got a bonus video that's gonna play a preview here in a second. If you wanna watch that full lag video, it's one of my #1 lag drills. It's gonna help you to get more lag and more speed right away. Go ahead and click the link that pops up on your screen if you're on a desktop or your computer. If you're on a phone or a tablet, go ahead and click the iCard that pops up on your screen. You'll get instant access to that. Plus, you're gonna get 5 bonus videos from my Top Speed Golf system. You're gonna get instant access to those too. So good luck to you guys. I'll see you guys soon. Remember to subscribe also. Click that thumbs up. That really helps us out. And I'll see you guys in the lag video. Hi guys, and welcome back. I'm Clay Ballard, and in today's video, we're gonna talk about one of the absolute worst drills for creating lag. It's a very common drill that I see. And in this drill, what we're gonna do is we're gonna set the wrist very early to create an angle of lag, and then we're gonna try to hold this throughout the swing. It's one of the worst things that you can do to build lag. I'm gonna talk about the science behind why this is the case, and I'm also gonna give you a great drill to help you improve your lag, all in this video. Let's go ahead and get started. If I do it this way versus holding that position, exact same thing happens when we're building the lag in the golf swing. So what we wanna do is throughout the swing, I wanna have a very low and wide takeaway. So I'm not gonna set my wrist early at all. If you look at a lot of the top players, you look at Adam Scott, very wide takeaway, not very much wrist set at all. You look at Rory McIlroy, look at Tiger Woods. All these players are using a wide takeaway and not getting very much wrist set, so that later in the swing, as we start down, we can increase this wrist set, and we're really only gonna max out this angle of lag for a split second in the downswing. Okay, so a 3-step drill here. Now, as we get started with this, I want to remind you that the fulcrum in this golf club for getting a massive amount of lag is right at the end of the golf club. This is where I want my hinge point to be. I want to use